Hey guys, Ryan Dement. Hope you guys are having a great day. Wanted to talk a little bit more about money and debt. We all have different experiences when it comes to interacting with money and also with debt. And think back, I'm old, so I try not to, think too far. But there was a time in school you were taught about money. And how did they teach you? Through a book and through a teacher being up front and using spreadsheets and calculators. But the one thing that wasn't taught to us was the emotional aspect of money and debt. Do you make a decision based upon a spreadsheet? Or have you not heard this before or experienced it? You got this great tip from a friend or a family member about a stock or this great loan program that's out there that you should get. You shouldn't miss it. Those type of things are more personable or personal when it comes to money. But the one thing that we all interact with money is to the fact of change. We typically don't change how we interact with it. It's learned, and when I say learned, it's from experiences. Where did you learn it from? At the dinner table with your family, with your best friends, with family members, with somebody at work that gave you some type of tip. It's personal. And until you experience those things with money or debt, you typically don't change your mind on the topic. You will typically think, "Oh, debt is a great thing. It's a great thing I should have out there. Student loans, great thing to have. It'll help me build my credit." But do they really? I mean, because over 30% of your credit score is based upon how much debt you carry on a monthly basis. So if you're trying to get the highest FICO score, credit score out there, they want you to rack up debt. So why do you want to be part of a system that really doesn't care about how much debt you have and they care more about their score? Because they ultimately will sell your information out to other creditors or other vendors so you can get more debt, which makes no sense to me whatsoever. Why continue to put yourself in a situation that causes more stress? And then now you have to make all these different decisions about money and debt, when if you go back to the beginning of when you started forming these ideas and thoughts about money and debt and how those played out, you potentially could change those down the road as you were introduced to these concepts and ideas. I mean, just think about it. We don't sit here and put spreadsheets together on a daily basis to make a decision on debt or money. Unfortunately, we've become a society of instant gratification. So we run out and go buy something, have to go buy, widescreen television for the big football game, or we have to buy a surround sound, or we got to keep up with the Joneses. That stuff is just noise, and it needs to be tuned out. If you truly want to live a debt-free life and to be financially free, less impulse needs to happen and more of a thought process in how the debt and the money will play out. Because when you're actually debt-free and financially free, you don't owe anybody anything. The money's yours to save and use towards your family or go on vacations. But think of it, it's cash. Use your debit card. But that's not the society we're in today. If you are debt free, financially free, you're weird. You stick out like a sore thumb. Why is that? Because everybody else, including the Joneses, is running out to go buy all these toys. And since the pandemic came on, there's a lot of people out buying RVs. They're buying four-wheelers. They're out buying fifth wheels. I mean, they're out doing a bunch of stuff. I hate to break you the news. They're not paying cash for that stuff. They're paying via debt. They're financing it. So the adage of you can go out and buy it but do you really need it? Your needs are your four walls, food on the table, clothes on your back, and being able to get to work and take care of your health. Outside of that, everything else is a want. And if those things are not covered on a monthly basis, or you're living paycheck to paycheck, or you're tight, where you've got a couple $100s in the bank account, then your spending has to change. And life has to change. But those experiences have to start with you. No one else can tell you how to do that. You have to come to the conclusion that you don't want to live this way. You don't want to chase the Joneses and be impulsive on your buys, and you want to be financially free and be able to live a life of zero stress when it comes to money matters. Because if you don't change, or you don't make that leap to change, you're just going to continue to be in the same rut. And until you experience these life events, there's really nothing that anyone can tell you or do. It's all based upon you. And let me give you a couple ideas. Money is a difficult topic to talk about, but what about savings? What about investing? Did you know that the 401k wasn't invented till 1978, and the Roth IRA till 1998? I mean, look how young they are. Money's been around for tens of thousands of years, but the investment vehicles that we are told that we need to be in and using are very young. So we're all making the mistakes when it comes to investing and taking care of money matters. But if you take the time to realize money and debt don't need to go hand in hand, and they need to be separate conversations, you'll be better off, because the debt is something that is not positive. Unfortunately, it is not. It will only weigh you down and cause more stress. I've been there. I know what it feels like to have that weight on your shoulders on a daily basis, living day to day, trying to figure out where the money's going to come from. But you have to make that decision. Guys, hope you guys do well. It's another positive week, another positive change in your life. You're not in this journey alone. If you want help, reach out. I'll work with you. But that change has to come from inside. It's got to be a burning change that you want to do, because ultimately, you're the one that's going to move that change from that painful period to a positive period, to where you'll always have a smile on your face and things will be great. I'll see you guys on the other side. Have a great day.